Hi, John. How many girls did you kiss this season?
It was a handful. I don't remember the exact number.
Let's go through the numbers.
If you want to go through
Jubilee, we got.
if you want to go through the numbers, I'm pretty sure you can just replay the episodes.
You're just trying to make yourself look like a good boy.
Well, for me, what I wanted to make sure that I was doing was coming out there and putting myself in a situation where that I could feel vulnerable and build connections if I felt like they were there. And so, because like you've been on Paradise, you know what it's like. The condensed timeline makes it hard, and you have to make sure that the romantic connections are building fast if you want to see if something's there. And so, if that leads to a kiss, so be it. Like, that's the whole point of Paradise, is to explore and see what could happen.
So that's what people will argue, but some people get villainized for it, and some people come across still wonderfully like you did. How did you get away so drama-free?
Well, the big part for me was that I was always honest and upfront with everybody about who I was spending my time with and how I was feeling about them. So if someone didn't want to engage with me, or like didn't want to talk to me, or like have a romantic connection with me in that manner, they didn't have to, because they would have all the facts up front. And so the onus was on both of us to make sure that we were navigating our relationship together. And if it led there, it led there. But like, they would at least know what they were getting into before anything would happen.
You seem to be such a sought-out guy this season, but at the same time, you also never really got into a committed relationship. Why do you think that women were so drawn to you, and why didn't anything stick?
Well, for me, it stuck with the very end with Olivia. We had a really great connection, and our date on that quinceañera was so fun. And I felt like I could really be myself. And like, sometimes I get nerdy, sometimes I get dorky, but I also get like deep and serious. And with her, I could just be completely natural, and I never felt judged. And that's like, for me, as a kid, I grew up very self-conscious and insecure about what I look like, or externalities around like my background, and I think she just like got me. And she was never judgmental, and I appreciated that it was very natural. The tough part was that she came in towards the very end of Paradise, and we didn't have that much time together, and so we immediately had to leave. And I didn't feel ready to go to the fantasy suites with her. So we sort of left as, let's see what happens in this exploratory phase, and we're excited about it. But she lives in Chicago, and I live in San Francisco, which is 4.5-hour flight away, and it's a 2-hour time difference. And so I got a chance to visit her in Chicago. We had a lot of fun. But as time grew on, it was harder to maintain, because I do work a lot, and I love my job, and our timelines just weren't matching up, and our schedules weren't matching up, and it made it harder to maintain a relationship when we're just so far apart.
What do all your friends back at work, Silicon Valley, right? What do they think about John being the cool guy on Paradise?
Most of them, like when we're out, we'll like be getting a drink or be getting dinner, and people will stop and try to get a picture, and then my friends, they're supportive, and then at some point they're like, all right, like, let's just hang out, John. And so I think that's the point when they're like, all right, get over yourself, John. You're really not that cool. I promise I'm not that cool in person. And then that's when they're like, all right, put that aside. Let's just hang out. Put your phone away. And so my friends and family have been so supportive, though. I couldn't ask for a better group of people.
Oh, good, good. But I have one more question. The mystery of Jubilee. Where did she go, and why did she leave so abruptly the night that she had the rose in hand?
I was so surprised by that, because I felt like the romantic connection wasn't there, and I was upfront with her, and I told her that I think we're better as friends. And then I thought we were kind of on the same page, and she was very understanding. And I even told her in that conversation too, I was like, you have the rose this week. I don't want you to be deprived of the opportunity to meet other guys. I feel like you've been laser focused on me, and like, I definitely am making sure that I get a chance to meet everybody and sit down with them. And she didn't really take that much time to do that. So to see her just get up, take her rose, and leave was very surprising to me. And maybe she's just not at the point now where a relationship is right for her, or she just needed time to think away from the beach. And it's like, you've been there, you know, it's like kind of a stressful and emotional atmosphere. So if you have to take the selfish move and leave and kind of regroup your thoughts, I understand. But I wish she had taken more of a little bit of an opportunity to meet other guys there.